Yeah, so anyway, I had his mom's bent over the couch like bang, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying? And then, but, oh, yeah, what up? How long y'all, how much of that did y'all hear? Nah, okay, good. Yo, welcome to the Slab Hour. Phone Homie presents the Slab Hour live from Washington, D.C. Make some noise! Yeah. Hey, welcome back, man. I missed y'all. How y'all been? It's been a while since we smoked together. Yo, big shout out to Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, home of the East Coast cannabis revolution and evolution. We are live broadcasting from Listen Vision Live, WLVS Radio Live. This is the Slab Hour. This is episode number 159. Okay. We going on legacy numbers at this point, man. We going on legacy numbers.
It's like The Simpsons, man.
It's borderline like the Flintstones. Like the Flintstones for real, except more futuristic. I think that was the Jetsons.
And more terps.
And more terps, and way more terps, and way better technology in which to consume them. Welcome to the future, West Coast. Checking in from California. Greetings from the future. What's up, Hawaii? Greetings from the future. Big shout out to Paris, Bangladesh, all the international countries on the check-in. This is 159 episodes into the Slab Hour, this big, monumentous, momentum-building wave that Phone Homie created about 2.5 years ago, where we try and flip the 420, that 710 stigma. We turn that frown upside down and show that this is a productive culture where we accomplish many a ting we accomplish.
Them, man.
Yes, I. Yeah, we actually do a lot of fake patois here now, especially representing Marley today, the One Love movement. Many may want to say the ambassador to this cannabis thing, to the world, the Rastafari culture. Yeah, we also want to make sure we don't forget all the ganjapreneurs that are doing their thing here.
And all the dads, man. Happy
and
Father's
all the
Day.
dads. Happy
Father's
Day
to all the dads,
DJ
man.
Sandman on the ones and twos today. That's, the main man in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? Some cats like to call him AI, the answer. You know, I had one question. He said right away, yes, I like people like that, man. Sandman, what's good, man?
Everything is blessed, man. Just trying to enjoy our day, you know.
Yeah, you used to kicking it with me, you know what I'm saying? So you were just about to just straight start talking, but nah, grab the mic, bro.
You already? Oh yeah. I gotta censor what we talk about too.
Oh nah, everything's up for grabs, man.
Are you sure? We gotta kind of have some savage conversations.
Nah, we gonna have some conversation today, because guess what? Today is Father's Day.
Hell yeah.
Happy Father's Day to you,
Happy
DJ
Father's
Sandman.
Day to you, brother.
Hey man, I'm the greatest dad in the world. Sorry to rain on your Father's Day parade like that immediately, but I am the greatest dad in the world. But I'm sure you're a close runner-up. You know what I'm saying? I could tell you love your kids, bro.
I do, man.
Yeah,
I have no choice.
Yeah, word up. Big, before we go any further, I want to say a big shout out to Phone Homie, internationally traveling. I think he might even be intergalactically traveling. At some point, he did leave the hemisphere and possibly the stratosphere. So, but he landed safely. Big shout out to Phone Homie. We miss you, homie. Safe travels out there, traveling the international waters and landing on international terrain. Yeah, man. So without you, none of this would be here. The Slab Hour, pushing forward this I-71 movement. I'm doing my small part, DJing, providing the sounds, and creating the ways people,
the vibe, man.
The waves that people surf on, man. That's what we do.
Absolutely.
That's what we do. So speaking of the waves that people surf on, we about to surf on some of these terps. We can get into the slab minute.
Oh, suck it now.
All right. DJ Sandman on the ones and twos, man. Hey, it's quiet as kept. This is probably the worst secret in the DMV. DC, Maryland, and Virginia, that is. DJ Sandman's on the glow up. We'll catch him everywhere shortly. Right now, he's just holding down some big clubs in D.C., but you know he's a humble dude, so he would never tell you that. So that's why I gotta tell him. I gotta tell him for you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So we gonna get into that slab, man. We got that queued up, brother. Yeah, man. So Father's Day, we just gotta let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Father's Day. Why do we get treated like this, fathers? Why? I'm not saying like anything bad. I'm just saying like why, like for Mother's Day, the days leading up to it, you got the Diamonds commercials. You know what I'm saying? You got the Jaguar commercials with the bow on it, talking about, oh, you got me a Jaguar. It's Mother's Day. Yo, leading up to Father's Day, can y'all name a commercial where he was like, oh, she went to
Former Mills.
yeah, she went to Foreman Mills and got me all the Fuji they had. Yeah, it's all good. Chris Crazy provides those sounds, man. Chris Crazy. The Slab Hour, we got to shout out a couple of our longtime sponsors and people that have been showing us love since the beginning. Shout out to the Mini Nail. One time for the Mini Nail. Kung Fu Vapes. Peace, brethren. I know you were out there conquering some large city, stomping through the streets like Godzilla. So shout out to the Mini Nail, Kung Fu Vapes, and WLVSradio.com, where we live forever. The Slab Hour. Real Deal Farms. What up? Flow Saigas. And of course, phonehomie.com, where you can get the latest and greatest in gear. Mood mats. Let me help out our brethren. The Slab Minute, brought to you by Chris Crazy. There we go.
Had to get through that browser history, man. There was so many pop-ups.
Hey, just keep clicking X.
Filthy.
And crank that up. We smoking on the Caramello today. Brought to you by Dabber Hashery Extracts.
I'm turped out. I heard turp saucy out the girl's mouth. We're the pretty bitches, the ones with freckles, and that BHO there got speckles.
Sing along if you know the words. Listen to me.
That shadow right there, don't listen to me. I'm cool, bro.
We'll watch that. And chill out for how long?
Chill out for a dab.
Oh my
God. Motherfucker and twax everything. Married to the turfs, don't you see the wedding ring? From Tacoma, the one with the K. And you know we squash rosin all day. Bitch, I'm on it. Twax in this here marijuana. Bitch,
we're gonna pull up. We're gonna pull up.
Welcome to the Slab Hour. Brown banana eating, bitch.
So before we go any further, before there's any more misinformation, brown bananas are actually fantastic for you, and they make excellent breads, cakes, and loaves.
You learn
for
something
your
every
father,
day.
for your father for Father's Day.
Man, just buy him flowers, man.
Yeah.
I want flowers.
The turfs are glowing just like E.T.'s finger. The goddamn dab bass gon' linger. Stoned immaculate like phone homie. I'm Chris Crazy if you don't know me. You punk motherfucker, yeah, I'm turped out. I heard turp saucy out the girl's mouth. We're the pretty bitches, the ones with freckles, and that BHO there got speckles. That's poop soup. Listen to me.
Oh yeah.
That shadow right there.
That was a real one.
Listen to me. I'm
cool, bro.
I'ma watch the Slab.
I seen a one single sweat, just one Indian teardrop, just like that.
Everything. Married to the turfs, don't you see the wedding ring? From Tacoma, the one with the K. And you know we squash rosin all day. Bitch, I'm on it. Twax in this here marijuana. Bitch, I'm on it. Twax in this marijuana.
Welcome to the Slab Hour.
Brown banana eating, bitch. Turfs.
Word up, cash rules.
How you feeling right now?
Turfs.
Did you finish your milk?
You heard that.
Man, I feel like
Twax God.
there's 1,000 little fairies dancing on my brain, and they're all singing songs of excellent futures.
That's exactly what your web browser said.
I told you to hit X. You're embarrassing me. This is live.
Hey man,
He was just kidding.
where's that J at?
Anywhere. Yo, we got a good show for y'all today.
You heard that.
Turn that down, DJ Sandman. Appreciate you, brethren.
Twax God.
We got a good show for you today. We got the latest and greatest in news and events around the community, nationally, internationally. So y'all are in the know about what's going on. You know, the sky's blue, who is who to pass the J to, and you about to know what to do, right? We getting into these events. So, Tacoma Wellness Center, excellent news, y'all. Tacoma Wellness Center, they're open 7 days a week.
Oh, shucks.
They're now open from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. Find out their menu, other tantalizing information about them on their website, TacomaWellness.com, or visit their Instagram at Tacoma Wellness. They're right here in D.C., man. Show them love. It's D.C. homegrown, family-operated business. We definitely can show support for them. Tacoma Wellness Center. I just want to let y'all know, we do have a special guest today.
Special, very special. He pulled up
Besides DJ Sandman.
10 black Suburbans.
Yeah, 10 black
listen,
Suburbans.
let me tell you, man.
You know what I'm saying? She was serious. Security walked out, pushed me out the way.
I was like,
I'm
hey,
yo,
what's
I'm
up?
host, I'm
I
host,
got beat
bro.
up like twice.
Chill.
So,
But Davey Fresh, he's gonna come through whenever he gets out of his helicopter. And he's gonna come through and bless us a little bit about his new project he's got coming. Smile, the new double album. But we'll get into all that later. I don't wanna Anyway, so stay lit, stay fit every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
It's the Father's Day, Jay.
At the 420 Father's Day, Jay, at the 420 Cardio Sesh, created by 420 After Fitness. This event is based on an Instagram hashtag and has gained a trendiness over the years. The movement, hashtag Stay Lit, Stay Fit, for the active cannabis user. Every Sunday, meet them from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. There's an open invite for the whole DMV area, CanFit community, to join as one. Ooh. All fitness levels are welcome to participate. They do all kinds of workouts. High intensity interval trainings, plyometrics, calisthenics, and more. Always mixing it up with their main goal to burn fat and have fun doing it. Yeah, that's important. And we had the founders of Stay Lit, Stay Fit up here a couple weeks ago. Good peoples, man. Good people. They definitely.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I was rocking the mic.
You deserve that.
I do, man. Thank you for finally telling everybody. Somebody had to say it.
Hardest working, man.
Shit. So they sponsored by local brands, which allows them to always give a free gift at pre-workout. You can keep up with the movement by adding at DMV Cardio, at DMV_cardio_sesh, or its creator at 420 After Fitness. And don't forget to use the hashtag, which started it all, hashtag Stay Lit, Stay Fit. There we go. You already know. You already know what it is, man. Just go check them out. There will be different locations each week, and as a team builds, the activities will differ. And why not? The runner's high is real. Imagine the runner's high after a J. That's like double the runner's high, if my math serves me correctly. On September 14th, check out the 29th annual Boston Freedom Rally. This is a big deal. Enjoy 3 days of cannabis revolution on the historic Boston Common. There will be 2 stages of speakers and musicians, cannabis-themed vendors, and lots of food.
We gotta do that. We gotta hit that. Seriously, we definitely gotta hit that.
Yeah, yo, I know Phone Homie. If I heard correctly, through the phone from the homie, I think he's gonna be there.
I see what you did with that.
You
I like
know what
that.
I'm saying? This is genius level stuff that I'm just giving away, man. Just giving it away, man. Freestyling. But yo, Phone Homie will be, I believe he has a booth at the Boston Freedom Rally. So check the homie out and all the homies that you love and support. There will be musicians there. It's gonna be live. So for more information, visit them at masscan.org or on their Instagram at masscan.org. Word. So now y'all know what to do, right? Those are the events. That's what's going on. Get in where you fit in.
You can't say we don't keep you up the game, man.
It's all right here for you. It's all right here for you. All right. So let's get into this news, man. Oh, by the way, shout out to Netflix. What's the episode 5? Episode 5 of
I believe it's Viceland, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
Nope.
The Naked
The
Truth,
Naked
episode
Truth.
5. Check out the homie, phone homie, and a lot of the DC Canna community that's highlighted in that episode. We need to spread awareness about what's going on here. It's the nation's capital. We are advocates for the recreational and the medicinal cannabis and CBD oils extracts. Anyway, check out episode 5. And shout out to Netflix and Shade 45 and Mary Jane. What's up? Holla at me. All right, so let's get to the news. St. Louis stops prosecuting cases of cannabis possession under 100 grams.
Word, I'm about to change my license plate.
Lord. Yo,
Give me some
listen
St.
up.
Louis license plates,
St. Louis. What's up? The Show Me State. They
Yo.
showed you.
We all we got.
They showed you. We got.
Nelly, I
They
feel like-
showed you.
I feel like Nelly's behind that.
I feel like somehow he is. He is the most powerful man in
Right, St. Louis.
St. Louis. Anyway, St. Louis, piece of St. Louis, no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Missouri, the whole Midwest. What up? We love you. So St. Louis stops prosecuting cases of cannabis possession under 100 grams. Cannabis remains illegal in the state of Missouri, but in St. Louis, efforts are being made to scale back prohibition laws. In fact, the city has seen an ongoing string of policy changes in recent years. Now, as St. Louis stops prosecuting cases of cannabis possession under 100 grams, it appears the city's approach to cannabis is continuing to evolve. Approaches to cannabis law in St. Louis really started to change in 2013. That year, the St. Louis Board of Aldermen approved a policy shift in which cannabis possession would be treated more like regular traffic tickets, you heard, than a criminal case. More specifically, this change made it so that if a person is busted with 35 grams of cannabis or less, their case would move through lower level courts. They don't want to clog up judge, you know what I'm saying, very important man's time with this. Yeah, it's 35 grams. Brother, take it to the lower courts. All right, prior to that, to 2013, cannabis-related cases were handled by the Office of the Circuit Attorney. At that time, many saw these changes as a step in the right direction. In particular, it promised to address policing practices that disproportionately affect guess who?
Who was that?
People and communities of color.
The minority.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Surprise, nigga.
It's the same old song, man. Different instruments. At that time, they saw it as a step in the right direction. And you know, because at that, you know, it was overly punitive. They were just punishing people for no reason, just for having a little bit of pot on the marijuana pots. Cannabis. All right, so those outcomes did not materialize as many had hoped. In fact, as reported by local news source Riverfront Times, St. Louis cops began citing even more people for cannabis possession than before 2013. What? Surprise! They didn't change a damn thing. It just escalated even more. All right, even worse, reports found that the enforcement of marijuana laws continue to harm people of color at much higher rate than white people. In fact, roughly 85% of all marijuana, cannabis citations in St. Louis were issued to black people. 85%. Now, some city officials are trying to make new improvements to how the city approaches cannabis. In March, St. Louis aldermen lowered fines to $25. And yesterday, St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner issued a memo to her staff outlining yet another new policy. According to Gardner, the circuit attorney, hey, I told you, keep clicking X, man. Whatever, just keep clicking X, bro. Don't make things awkward here once that comes through the speaker. So according to Gardner, the circuit attorney's office will no longer prosecute any cases where the offender is found with 100 grams of cannabis or less. Shout out to Gardner. In her memo, Gardner said the change would immediately go into effect. While it may be argued that any move to limit the heavy-handedness of prohibition laws is a step in the right direction, the implication of the newest changes are yet to be seen. For starters, even a small $25 municipal citation could still harm a person's legal record. So you get the ticket, it's still on there. Cannabis arrest or cannabis citation. You know, employers could probably check that out if you live in the suburbs or another town or something like that. It's the game, man. People think this is nothing, but if you plead guilty to it, even in municipal court, it would show up in a criminal background check. Legal expert Andrea Story Rogers told the Riverfront. Further, there's also the possibility that cannabis offenders could be prosecuted by agencies other than the circuit attorney. So other people can jump in, man, if they feel like it. That's crazy. In particular, federal agents have reportedly shown some willingness in recent weeks to step in and prosecute cases that would normally be handled at the local level. This could be especially true in the markedly anti-cannabis environments created by our boy, your boy, we love him, Jeff Sessions. Yeah. So, St. Louis, be careful out there, man. So, your best bet if you get caught by them county or city cops, you know, they're gonna let you ride. Just, you know, stay quiet, man. Don't say nothing. You don't have to. That's a right. You know, a lot of people out there don't know their rights, man. Don't say a word. The police are there to arrest you and take you to jail. And once they start riding around and asking you questions and taking you to different parts of the town and asking you if you listen familiar to you and if your grandma used to take you, man, no. Take me straight to the phone and by the holding cells. Please. I don't got time for this. You know what I'm saying? You burning up gas, fucking up the ozone layer. You just wasting time. But you don't got to say nothing. St. Louis, be careful out there, all right? Don't want to get the feds involved. 100 grams. Just tell them it's recreational. Like, chill, man, it's cool, it's recreational. Resolution calls for Congress to admit to drug war failures. Representative Bonnie Watson Coleman from New Jersey has introduced a resolution in the House of Representatives that would acknowledge the war on drugs has indeed failed. Watson Coleman filed the measure, House Resolution 933, on Tuesday. Shout out to Watson Coleman.
I wonder how much that research costs.
A few milli. But it's all good. It's money well spent. It's the taxpayers' will. It's the voice of the people. You know what I'm saying? She's doing the people's work. So more than 24 additional representatives have also added their names as sponsors of the legislation. Watson Coleman noted that the government is addressing the current opioid crisis differently than previous drug issues. The war on drugs didn't just fail to stem the damage of addiction. Its very declaration failed to meet the values of equality and justice our nation was founded on, she said in a release. Congress has rightly decided to tackle the opioid epidemic with eviction-based policies that seek to solve the issue of addiction. But for years, we've criminalized addiction in ways that cause irreparable harm, not just to users, but their families, neighborhoods, and communities. That's beyond their neighborhoods. That's your community. All right? As we offer up funding and resources to address the disease of addiction among overwhelming white users, we must acknowledge our failures do the same with victims of color. Crack, crack, crack. The resolution specifically calls on Congress to admit the war on drugs has failed to reduce drug use. What you gonna do, Congress? Let's take a Kung Fu vapes break. Sandman, crank that for a second. Appreciate you, Sandman. So what you gonna do, Congress? The resolution specifically calls on Congress to admit the war on drugs has failed to reduce drug use. It also offers an apology to victims of the failed policy. To acknowledge that the war on drugs has a failed policy in achieving the goal of reducing drug use, and for the House of Representatives to apologize to the individuals and communities that was victimized by this policy, it reads, Representative Watson Coleman resolution also details racial bias and propaganda that have fueled drug prohibitions. Oh, this is just getting good, bro. Okay, Yo, this is crazy. It's not crazy. It's actually probably the most sane thing that I've heard in a very long time. Basically, yo, y'all been targeting communities. You're doing it differently now with the heroin and the opioid. You know why they call it heroin, right?
No, I don't.
Because you try it once, you hook from here on. Heroin. Real talk.
Wow, yeah,
So they treating it a lot differently now. The opioid crisis, you know, they're doing it. They're not kicking indoors. They're not, you know, going to the abandoned subdivision, clubhouses and getting all them junkies out of there. It's about healing. So this is deep, man. It notes that in 1937, Federal Bureau of Narcotics Commissioner Harry J. Anslinger was openly racist in congressional testimony. I wish I could show you what a small marijuana cigarette can do to one of our degenerate Spanish-speaking residents. Whoa, that's why our problem is so great. The greatest percentage of our population is composed of Spanish-speaking persons, most of whom are low mentally because of social and racial conditions, he said.
Wow. That
quote? That's back in the day, man. That was Make America Great Again. No, we ain't getting into all that, man. Hold on. That was 1937. Okay. House Resolution 933 also notes the racial and political motives behind President Richard Nixon's policies. Nixon formally declared the war on drugs in 1971, saying drug abuse was public enemy number one. But in 1994, Nixon aide John Ehrlichman admitted that the policy was a real effort to control liberals and blacks. That's really what it was all about. We knew we couldn't make it illegal to either against the to be either against the war or black. But by getting the public to associate the hippies with marijuana and blacks with heroin, then criminalizing both heavily, we could disrupt those communities. We could arrest their leaders, raid their homes, break up their meetings, and vilify them night after night on the evening news. Did we know we were lying about the drugs? Of course we did, he said. The resolution also notes that the war on drugs created conditions that exacerbated the opioid epidemic. The policy has also led to racially charged mass incarceration of millions of people, according to the resolution. Millions of people. The measure also supports a review. Appreciate it. It seeks to treat. The resolution calls for changes in drug policy and its creation in the future. It seeks to treat addiction as a health issue rather than a criminal justice matter. Thank you. Wavy, the PA. Wavy. Appreciate you, man. The measure also supports a review of war on drugs era laws and replacing them with evidence-based statutes. Groups including Drug Policy Alliance and Amnesty International have expressed support for Watson Coleman's resolution.
You like that?
That's dope, man.
Just vibing for a second. Just feel that.
Davey, appreciate you for hopping off your helicopter and joining us, you know what I'm saying, in the stew. You know what I mean? I know he probably got some bars for this, but we ain't going. This is not that kind of show. You know what I'm saying? Come through, my guy. Peace and blessings. Can we get Davey Fresh a mic, please?
David Fresh. Here you go, brother.
What's up? What up? You never know who you're gonna have come through A Boogie's Artist Corner. You know what I'm saying? On the Slab Hour. You know, we love the DC artist community. Yeah. So we keeping it DC DMV. You know what I'm saying? Highlighting the real MCs, the real music, the real community. Your boy DJ A Boogie. Now I'm being joined by the one, Davey Fresh. Davey Fresh, ladies and gentlemen. You could have been anywhere in the world, Davey, but you here with me and DJ Sandman. How's it feel?
We appreciate it, man.
Well, 1 second. Let's get Davey some sound. Here we go.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Yeah,
oh, shit.
his mic sounds nice. Word up. Welcome, Davey Fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Guys?
What's going on, brother?
Been coolin', man. How you guys been?
Man, life is crazy, man. You wouldn't believe me if I told you, and there's too much to go into for me to even get into it. But we're gonna keep it light, and we're gonna talk about Smile. What's up with you dropping double albums?
Yeah, man.
Double albums.
Yeah, man.
And if I know Davey Fresh, you coming with that funk, you coming with a real message. That don't let me speak for what you got coming, because I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah.
But I know it's coming in my inbox soon, right, bro?
For sure. Bro.
Okay.
But like a double album is something that I always wanted to do. And I feel like if I wanted to do it, the time is now while I'm an independent artist, because I have been talking to a lot of labels. And, you know, the reason why I'm sticking with my independence is because you get to do a lot more when you're independently. Like, nobody can tell you what to do. And working with a little bit just kind of blew me. So I was like, I really want to just get this out of my system. And then,
without going into, specifics, we about to get. Oh, by the way, how rude of me, man. Would you like a dab, my brother?
Nah, I got this.
You got the J?
Yeah, I ain't letting my homie dab me out on the Slab hour again. Fuck that.
Oh, not again. Not again. We've known to have guests, cough their way on off to their
There's no interview
exit
because
stage
they're
left.
coughing the whole time.
Yeah. And then they come back like 3 minutes later and be like, all right, so where were we? Anyway, so tell me about Smile, man. What's going on with Smile?
Smile, comes out July 20th. We're having a big album release, listening party. We're basically selling the double disc physical CDs there with the tickets, and it's a really good album. It's like a continuous to Every Dark Night, of course. And it's like me and Product with the production. We kind of like mastered that sound, and we really wanted to expand it and make it, I guess better, because we've perfected that sound, and we just want to show you guys it in like a perfect standing with the mixing and the mastering and the lyrics and the production and. And I know you guys are tired of these 7 albums, tracks and shit.
Whoa. So, yo, actually, I'm liking the Good Summer, man. The Good Summer's keeping me moving, and I think it's an interesting wave. But I know what you're saying.
I studied streaming for like the past 10 years, so I get what they're doing, but they're not taking advantage of it at the same time, because they're putting out 7 songs a track and supposed to put out as many songs as you can so you can get as many streams as you can, and it's like, but they're working. Nigga had like top 7, I guess, on Apple. He was popping. Yeah, I
think not that it matters what they doing what they do over there, but. And you doing what you doing over here, right?
Yeah.
I think they going for Grammys, man. I think they going for
Grammys.
Yeah,
exactly. I know it's a difference. Like I told you, I like the independent grind, and I know as an independent artist, it's a different realm than doing the mainstream thing. Yeah. And to me, the mainstream thing, it comes with a lot of. It depends. Like not everybody's in the position of Kanye to just be able to drop shit when they want to. Basically, you know what I mean? Being on the mainstream. And that's why I like the independent route.
So why do you think Smile's gonna cut through? Who's Smile for? What's your listener gonna hear in Smile?
Well, right now, because after Every Dark Night, that being like my biggest streamed album, biggest selling album and shit like that.
Congratulations.
So, I appreciate that. We
Absolutely.
Did like 500K in streams.
500K, wow.
Like that. Yeah.
Talk that shit.
Numbers.
Bang, bang.
Some crazy shit.
Numbers
like
don't lie.
that. Yeah, appreciate that. So like to me, at this point in my career, I'm just into feeding my core. Whoever fucks with Davey Fresh, that's what this music is for. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? It's not really, if you don't like Davey Fresh, this album ain't for you, basically. But if you fuck with Davey Fresh, this is that with John Blaze, my nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One thing, Davey Fresh, man, you a controversial figure.
I just talk shit.
Yeah, you're a controversial figure, but the music speaks for itself. The music speaks for itself, man. I've always told you that you make some great music, and it's different. That. It's not the Migos flow. You know what I'm saying? And I asked myself this question. I love to hear your point in this as an MC that's about to lead the game once again with Smile.
Hopefully,
yeah. We putting that positive energy out there. We speaking it out there for you.
Speaking in existence, right?
Yeah. So, what's the game gonna do when the Migos switch up their flow?
I mean,
What's the game gonna do?
Like I said, I study the game, and I'm now like, you know, I don't know if you guys like follow J. Cole and shit, and Shay be saying like what he be saying is kind of true. Like, I think for so long, artists like me have just been like really put off about it, like, you know what I mean, about like the mumble rap thing and shit like that. But I think now, like, it's hip hop, like, you know what I mean? It's all fun. It's just about, and then at this point in the game, like I'm saying about being an independent artist, like, it's the internet makes it so like you don't even have to be on MTV or the radio to have a million followers. If you got 1 million followers, you can do 500,000 streams on your album. You know what I mean? Like, and it's the same thing with them. If you don't like it, there's 1 million other people who do. Who cares? You know what I mean?
Exactly, man. So I understood you brought some visuals. Oh, by the way, Davey Fresh is just if I could talk for a second, man. Davey Fresh is a real artist, man. He does voiceovers for cinematic features.
Cartoon Connect, shout out to them. They just got 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I did the voices.
One more time, what were they?
Cartoon Connect.
Cartoon Connect.
They most famous cartoon is Lil Ron Ron. Most people know them for that. Mm-hmm. The little kid, the cheese sticks, Ron Ron kid. I did the Johnsons. Yeah. I played the kid with the high top.
All right, so let's go into some visuals. You know what I'm saying? Let's tickle your mind with some of these visuals from Cartoon Connect and some Davey Fresh's latest and greatest.
What we got? We got Smile. That's cool.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's go into the Smile music video.
For sure.
Sometimes I feel like I can't even smile no more. I don't want my homies go in the jail no more. See, I'm from the foe, while we raising this G's. Tina was a single mother and she had to raise me. In the city where black men is getting killed by police, who becoming a statistic when you enrolled in the streets. I just sell product, yo, get me lost in these beats. Cause if I didn't have a mic, my life be lost in the heat. It's hard to pick from the dark side or the Jedi. Watching rappers sign their souls over for the chat out. You only ignorant if you didn't know better. That just mean you really stupid, should've known better. I'm on tour, it's hard to write me a prison letter and send my homie dirty money, wasn't doing better. But in the hood they say I changed and I should do better. They only see me on TV and their hearts is jealous. Sometimes it feels like I can't even smile no more. Sometimes I feel like I can't even smile no more. I feel like I can't even smile no more. Sometimes I feel like I can't even smile no more. Sometimes I feel like I can't even die no more. Drinking too much Hennessy, got my eagle on swole. Coming up with plans just to make a few bands. Cause I gotta get out any way that I can. I started acting, cause I know rapping ain't forever. I'm a young creative, never focus on it. Never been talking about moving to Cali just to get away. I'd rather hide out with my money in the jail. And my aunt's really sick, so I've been dealing with some shit. Niggas think your life is perfect till you really show them shit. I've been working on my craft for this long in my life. To let these crab ass rappers try to steal my life. I ain't backstage with them, that ain't really my type. Yeah, this rap star life, that ain't really they life, it's all fake. Nigga, from the jury to the rape, wish you focus on your career and keep stacking cake. Sometimes I feel like I can't even smile no more. Sometimes I feel like I can't even smile no more. I feel like I can't even smile no more. Sometimes I feel like I can't even smile no more. Sometimes I feel like I can't even smile no more. Sometimes I feel like I can't even cry no more. Left a couple of my homies at the funeral. You ever been numb to the pain or felt that pain in your chest? I think I died in the rain, rose again, so I'm blessed. Sometimes I feel like I can't even smile no more. Yeah. Feel like I can't even smile no more. Sometimes I feel like I can't even smile no more. Yeah. Feel like I can't even smile no more.
Dreaming anymore. All that I know is I'm smiling, 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 smiling. Might as well smile.
Sometimes I feel like I can't even smile no more. I don't want my homies going to jail no more. See, I'm from the foe, while we raising this G's. Tina was a single mother and she had to raise me. In the city where black men is getting killed by police. Who becoming a statistic when you roll in the streets.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. That was incredible, man.
Crazy.
That was
Appreciate it.
That was an incredible song, man. Thank you, Davey Fresh. Thank you, man.
I was
Tell the people
smiling
where
the
that
whole
was,
time.
man. That looked like an exotic location, man. Where was that?
Shot that in Florida, Daytona Beach.
Yeah. I got some stories about Daytona Beach, but
Yeah, me
I
too.
can't put that out there forever. Forever, ever, no. Yo, man, so where can the people find you, man, when they want to get Smile on your IG? And talk to them, man. This is international, 155 countries.
My IG, shout out everybody all over the world for sure. My IG is Davy DMV, DAVY DMV, of course. You know, on iTunes, Davy Fresh, DAVY Fresh. Smile be out July 20th. You know, got some shit coming.
Yeah, man. The community, we rooting for you, man. We rooting for you. Yeah, this is history, man. History for well kept secret, or maybe not, man. Me and Davey, I think both came into the community around the same time. You know,
sure.
we've had a roller coaster type of, you know what I'm saying? As
I
two
just,
creative people do.
It
But you know what I
takes
mean?
learning, you know.
Yeah.
This whole thing is just a learning experience, and if
Yeah,
you
hell
want to
yeah. What
really
you mean?
master it, you gotta, play it well.
Yeah. But I'm proud of you, man. You know,
Appreciate it.
You know the growth. You know you on your way. But you fam. So feel free to chill. We gonna get back into this news for our listeners because they want to know what's going on, man, and how this CBD and how this cannabis is helping the world. So we gonna get into that a little bit, man, and talk about it. Feel free to chill. You know what I mean? All right. So there's a 12-year-old with epilepsy that was hospitalized after 4 days of being deprived of CBD oil. Paramedics have rushed young Billy Caldwell to the hospital after the boy suffered a series of epileptic seizures. British media is reporting that rescue medications failed to bring 12-year-old Billy out of a massive, intractable epileptic seizure. First responders transported Billy to St. Mary's Hospital in Paddington on Thursday night. He is now unconscious and fighting for his life at Chelsea and Westminster Hospital in London. Shout out to Billy, man. Positive vibes. Also prayers towards you and your family. We pulling for you. The UK government has the medicine that could save his life, but won't give it to the sick boy. My son is dying. They're letting him die, said Billy's mother, Charlotte Caldwell. The only thing that can save him is anti-epileptic medication. Is sitting on a desk in the home office out of our reach. Since 2016, Billy has used a cannabis oil medicine known as Tilray to treat his severe epilepsy. The main active ingredient of the medication is CBD, but it also has enough THC to make it a Schedule 1 controlled substance in the UK. Billy began his treatment in the United States and then became the first UK patient to receive a prescription for medicinal cannabis from the National Health Service last year. So Billy's a pioneer, man. Billy's leading the way in the UK. We pulling for you, Billy. However, last month, the British government ended those prescriptions. So, with just one dose of Billy's medication left, he and Charlotte flew to Canada for help. Once there, the Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto replenished their supply of medicine. When Charlotte and Billy returned to the UK, border officials at Heathrow Airport confiscated the boy's medicine. They took the boy's medicine.
Wow.
What? All right. Once there, once there, when Billy and they took the medicine, despite Charlotte's meeting with Home Office policing minister Nick Hurd twice to plead Billy's case, the government has failed to return Billy's medication to him. Although Billy has been doing quite well while taking his medicine, without it, things changed quickly. Within hours of his first missed dose, Billy had his first seizure in months. A series of several more seizures followed. When officials confiscated Billy's medicine at the airport, Charlotte vowed defiance. I'll go back to Canada, I'll get more, and I will bring it back again because my son has the right to have his anti-epileptic medication in his country, in his home, she said. Shout out to you. That's a mother, right? Yo, but with Billy's condition deteriorating so rapidly, Charlotte is now afraid that she and Billy have run out of options. This is beyond cruelty. We've now reached the point where Billy is too ill to travel to get his medication, but his medication is stored minutes away from where we're now living in London, said Charlotte Caldwell. Charlotte praised the healthcare professionals who are treating Billy, but is afraid that without his medicine, their efforts may be in vain. If that's the case, she made it clear who she will hold responsible. Despite the best and honest efforts of the NHS, frontline doctors are fighting Billy's condition with both hands tied behind their back because the only medication that would be effective is the cannabis oil with CBD and THC. Those meds need to be released immediately. If Billy dies, which is looking increasingly possible, then the Home Office and Nick Hurd will be held completely accountable. Nick Hurd.
Completely.
Nick Hurd. That's a lot, Nick Hurd.
Nick Hurd's a dick.
Nick Hurd. Do the right thing, Nick Hurd. Billy, we got you, man. CBD. It's from the earth. It's a plant. Right, Davey? That's what they talking about?
Yeah, I was explaining to my girl today what CBD is. She didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't.
A lot of people don't. It's but either way, do your Googles. We don't got time for that right now. It's another show. Maybe another time. Maybe next week. Tune in. Slab Hour. All right. Surgeon General skeptical of medical marijuana as opioid alternative. Surgeon General Jerome Adams said Thursday that he is skeptical that medical cannabis is an acceptable alternative to opioids. Adams was a guest at the Examining Opioids Forum hosted by the Washington Examiner in Washington, D.C. During an interview, he said that researchers have found that smoking cannabis can be harmful to young people. We know that exposing the developing brain to marijuana can prime the brain to addiction and have potential negative consequences, including promoting cancer, Adams said. Because of the risks involved, Adams said he could not recommend the use of cannabis medication. It would be increasingly disingenuous for me to say that you should smoke a cigarette, but it's fine to go out and smoke a joint, Adams said. When's the last time you heard somebody say joint?
Yesterday.
Okay.
I said
How-
it today, I think.
Today? Okay.
I have a time machine.
So
now.
Adams is down. If it became more popular, I think Adams would probably be for promoting joints. However, the Surgeon General did acknowledge that researchers should continue to study medical cannabis. I think it's important that we do look at the studies, but I also think it's important that we do not jump on something that may have potential consequences down the road. See, he's flip-flopping. We look at studies, but yeah, chill, because, my base, these politicians, man, y'all cats. Y'all proud of yourselves? All right. Adams prefaced his comments by detailing the somber toll of the nation's current opioid crisis. We go around the country and we hear about the burden. 2.1 million people with opioid use disorder. A person dying every 12 minutes from an opioid overdose, Adams said. In 2016, synthetic opioids caused more than 19,000 overdose deaths. In addition, approximately 37% of heroin-related deaths in 2016 also involve synthetic opioids. The reality is, it can seem overwhelming. It can seem depressing, he added. Adams also talked about some successes in the opioid crisis, including emergency remedies and evidence-based intervention. One person he talked about is a man named Jonathan who lives in Rhode Island. Jonathan's father died of an overdose, Adams said. Jonathan's brother died of an overdose. Jonathan overdosed. Wow. And he was saved by his roommate having naloxone. Okay. He was connected. It's like Narcan. Okay, thank you. He was connected with a peer recovery coach, and then ultimately he was connected with a medication-assisted treatment. Again, multiple evidence-based treatments. Now Jonathan himself is a peer recovery coach. Adams also had an answer for those who believe that treatments like naloxone are not good policy. There are also folks out there who will suggest that naloxone and those interventions are enabling drug use. I say they are enabling recoveries, Adams said. But Adams, got little bugs flying around the studio. But there are folks out there, maybe I'm just high. But there are folks out there who will suggest that naloxone and these interventions are enabling drug use. I say they're enabling recovery. But Adams also said he did not support some progressive harm reduction efforts such as supervised injection sites. There's discussions going on across the country about safe injection facilities. I think it's important for everyone to know that I took an oath to uphold the law, and currently, supervised injection facilities are illegal across the U.S., so I cannot and do not endorse safe injection facilities. The Surgeon General said the public awareness is the first step in ending the opioid crisis and had a stern warning for Americans. We want everyone to know there's a killer in our medicine cabinets. Leaving pills around or opioids unattended is the same thing as leaving a loaded gun. It's crazy. Leaving pills and opioids unattended is the same thing as leaving a loaded gun. Opioid. Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of the news, man. And that's the Slab Hour. Thank y'all for joining your boy DJ A Boogie, DJ Sandman, Davey Fresh.
Yep.
Do you think you got some bars for this? No.
Nah, man, not for free.
You changed, bro. You changed, bro. That's all good. I don't blame you, man. You know what I'm saying? Diamonds, cash pay for diamonds. You feel me?
I feel you. I got music. That's why I put the music where I got freestyle for when I got music.
There it is, and there it was, and that's how it's gonna be. Yeah, it's your boy DJ A Boogie. Phone Homie presents the Slab Hour. Yo, we got a Davey Fresh track that we can
play the track 4. If you see the audio, it says IV4, Roman numeral 4.
Big shout out to DJ Sandman. Thank you for coming through in the clutch.
No problem, man. Make sure you follow me on Instagram.
There it is. Tell them about it.
BXE_Sandman. Once again, that's BXE_Sandman. Follow back. I got you. Stay on the wave. You know what it is. Shout out Phone Homie. Yeah. I like that.
BXE_Sandman. Catch your boy Davey Fresh at Davey DMV on IG. Your boy at Phone Homie on IG. DJ A Boogie at Star357 Light. Yo, big shout out to District Darras, Canadope DC.
Shout out District Darras.
Capsterdam University.
My manitos, my brothers.
Hey, Washington DC, worldwide, we coming. Yo, come check us next week, same time, 9 p.m. Phone Homie presents the Slab Hour. Check out the next artist we're gonna have in the Artist Corner. Big shout out for Davey Fresh for coming through.
For sure.
Check out McLeave's Mark every Saturday at 9 p.m. Real Deal Farms hosting that one, wrestling and cannabis. You know what I mean? We got a whole lineup here, WLVS Radio, Cannabis Senate's media. You know what I mean? But we out, man. It's your boy DJ A Boogie. Phone on me. We'll holler at you later, man. Peace.
Gotta come up, that's just all I know. Yeah, gotta come up, that's just all I know. I was in the streets, young and ducking from police. Mama was at work and she ain't know where I would be. Hey, talk about my life, you can see everything I've been through. I know that I ain't perfect, just see everything I went through. Smoking on the endo just so I can call my mental. Writing rats and blood, nigga, fuck a pen and pencil. Nigga, I'm a thug, take a trip to the east. Killers feeling blue, so they might as well be. Know the track jumping like they crisscross. And you know them boys push it like they Rick Ross. This the version of the movie when the villains win. This the version of the movie when the niggas live. Yeah, Davey got that work, smoking on that perk. Smoking Davey Cushington, I got my own work. Did my homework, now we got a network. Say you do the best work, but this is how the best work. Hey, hopping on my grind if you ain't know.